Hi, and welcome to week 9. We are, boy, we have covered a lot this quarter already. And so I wanted to go to some things that I wanted to talk to you about this week. The 8 things that a woman can do to develop and launch her career. So, um, by joining a women's network is one of the things that the top things that women can do to develop their working relationships. But before we talk about that, I wanted to talk to you as the text states and its opening marks, one framework that can help you reflect more, focus your thinking, and connect career issues with leadership development activities is found in the book Discovering the Leader in You. And the course offers this text to you as an example from authors Lee and King, who created a framework that organized around 5 important topics that may be briefly outlined as follows: changing contexts and demands. What is the context of your current or potential leadership role? Vision. What is your own personal vision? And is leadership a part of that vision? Values. Are your personal and leadership visions based on your own values? Self awareness is number 4. What personal qualities support your work as a leader? And number 5, balance. Do you have adequate balance and focus in your life? And I think balance is just so important. A lot of people don't have that balance and they kind of jump around and go into roles without thinking about them. The book offers some practical exercises and discovering the leader in you, and basically will help you think about your choices and become more aware of what's important to you, as well as help you manage your career actively. Again, I like in the text this week where we talk about the 8 things that one can do, a woman can do. She can join a network is number 1. One of the things, ask for an executive coach. And usually the executive coach comes at a senior level position, more so those moving into the C-suite or in the C-suite. Those individuals are offered a coach, attend external or internal development programs. I recommend these. I am such a supporter of both the internal and external development programs, especially external, because you can get aware of a lot of things and get information from a lot of people. At the same time, help build that network that you're going to need once you rise up. Internal as well, because those networks hopefully have some type of executive leaderships roles that's participating in that internal training program. Seek high visibility and line assignments. If you're interested in leadership at that company, you want to seek those type of positions. If it's outside the company and you're not sure, I do think that being a part of organization, nonprofit organization, and getting your feet wet in some senior leadership roles are extremely helpful there as well. Combine competence with warrant. That is always important. Your competencies that you have, make sure you do them through caring and your natural nature. Seek external stretch assignments. Seek those assignments that are external. Also, nonprofit, if your organization is big on supporting a particular nonprofit organization, that may be a great way for you to get that stretch assignment. Ask for what you want. Basically, yes. If you want something, you have to ask for it, and you can't be bashful about it. Most of all, find mentors. Mentors are extremely important in this world of work that we live in, and stress. We have to find those that have already been there, already paved the path, already walked the walk, and talked the talk, as a way to get those individuals to help us through some of the things that we may be experiencing in our new roles or potential new roles in the organization. So we want to make sure we do that. This week also, we have the PowerPoint section that's there on women in leadership. And some of the things we talk about there are social network theory, hemophilia and network ties, network density, network centrality, and network the knowledge economy and job performance. I, excuse me, brought in an article that I talked to you about as well on building sustainable relationships through social media contacts. And I think this is so important at this particular time that we do this, because you're going to get more um, advertisement on those. But stay with, as you join social media networks or join the hashtag generation, you want to make sure that you keep it above board. It's nothing that can go back against you and things of that nature. I myself had started my own hashtag 365 inspirations, because I'm all about inspirations. And the next hashtag I have started is hashtag social excellence, and having that social connection, that exclusivity, that approach to really diving in and having a very diverse environment that you're working with. And that's what social excellence means to me. Having that sustainable connections between network communities and various different organizations. I connect a lot with scholarly networks in my platform and think I can do more. And I know that now that we have various mechanisms for connecting with others, we will see more of that transpiring. And so the social network theory, just for and this is in your reading activity for this week as well. It's a theory that departs from the other theories that attribute achievement in individual actions, efforts, and skills. It assumes that one's personal relationships or social capital are at least essential in, or at least as essential as determining personal outcomes as one's individual qualifications, level of seniority, as well as or personality, and how much one knows or how hard one works, how long someone has worked in the organization, or whether one is friendly, kind, or compassionate. And so the social network theory is what I use of, I qualify as social excellence. There are three different types of capital: financial capital, human capital, and social capital. Well, social capital is very important. It is also influenced by race or ethnic group. Some people's social capital may be insufficient to break into networks, and that's very important. So that's why we see that having some type of way to break into social media or other areas could be another way for people to gain some tractions and networks. So even large quantities of human and financial capital may not make up for the lack of social capital. For example, minorities with high levels of both financial and education may have fewer relationships with white male business executives, or may not be invited into inclusive clubs. One reason networks are so important is that entering them can make up for individuals' poor social capital or even increase it. And so social capital is extremely important, and we want to connect. Um, the three different capitals are very important. Like I said, financial is just life capital, financial capital. All these capitals are very important. The human capital, the knowledge that we have, all these things make up the individual that we are, and how we're going to succinctly move ahead in these networks. So networking ties, those things are all very important, as I stated. And you want to, all of us, even me, I still work on that. My social capital is important, and I'm constantly finding ways to improve that social capital. What about you? What are your thoughts?